Hello everyone, my name is Sodsboy and today I'm going to be bringing you my Cook Texas Chainsaw Massacre build. This build relies heavily on blood harvesting and getting Grandpa to level 5 as quickly as possible, whilst being a tactician and sort of a shepherd for your family members. This build has 3 main perks that are all revolved around blood harvesting, and we've also maxed our blood harvesting out with the attribute points. Using the spur that we have to put 5 into savagery and 3 into endurance, you could of course drop that down to 10 and bring this up to 43 instead. I think it's better just to put a little bit more in endurance just to have that extra bit of stamina. The perks that we're going to be using are Universal Donor, which means our blood collected from buckets is increased by 40%. This means that with the max blood harvesting of 140 points in your blood vial, it will take you 4 buckets to get to max. That's pretty quickly. Next, we have Violent. When our blood vial is full, we'll have 20% increased damage. That means if we're unable to feed Grandpa or we've got Grandpa to max, we can have a full vial just in case we bump into a victim. That way we can clobber them harder. And then finally, we have Blood Runner. This is one that you start with, so it's one that you can easily have at the start of your build. And I think it's really good for Cook, as it alleviates his endurance and stamina issue. Whilst you're having a blood vial that is 50% full or more, your stamina consumption is reduced by 15%. This means you can run for longer, you can put in some more attacks, your attacks will cost less. Anything that you do with stamina will just cost less to do. And of course, considering we're going to be getting max blood in about 4 buckets, that means it only takes 2 buckets to activate Blood Runner. As for our Grandpa perk, I have a few recommendations, mostly just Excited Grandpa and Nobody Escapes Hell. But with this skill tree, you also get access to Well, and Wind Doom. Let me go over them really quickly. Excited Grandpa. Delay between Grandpa's sonar ability is reduced by 20% at each level. This stacks on top of levels 2 and 3, which reduces the cooldown even further. This means at level 5, Grandpa is going to be screaming pretty much every 10 to 20 seconds, which is pretty nifty if you ask me. Next, we have Nobody Escapes Hell. This is a very popular perk, so you might have to swap between Excited Grandpa and Nobody Escapes Hell. But the minigame for locked doors is 40% more difficult for all victims. This matters a lot if you're not going against the Connie, and against the Connie, it means Connie's going to have to waste her ability pretty quickly. Because with Cook's ability, see, we'll go into that a little bit later, with Cook's ability for padlocks, you can make it so that both the padlock and the locked door are 40% more difficult. You also gain access to a perk if you decide to go to the left-hand side of the skill tree called Security Pins, which is this, but strictly for your padlocks that make them 50% more harder for all victims. Is it worth it? Depends. You're only losing 10% for taking Nobody Escapes Hell, but it's applied to all locked doors. Next up, we have Well, and Wind Doom, which means if they're jumping down a well or going through a window, they're going to be taking 50% more damage. This means that very aggressive survivors, especially survivors who like to use wells to escape from the family members, may find they're going to have a bit more of a difficult time jumping down them unless they click the perk Stunt Double. Now, let me quickly go over the power, Seek. When you activate Seek, you're going to go into a listening mode, from which you'll be able to listen into spikes and apexes of sounds and various sound waves. If you focus on a sound wave for long enough, you'll expose and reveal the victim's aura for 6 seconds. This is only to you unless you go into level 3 and you take all family seeing noise, which does as it says on the tin. All family members get to see who's highlighted. Of course, this is useful if you're not calling out or if you don't have comms. For levels 1 and 2, level 1 doesn't really matter. I think reduced ability drain and quicker recharge rate both do the same thing. Allow you to use your ability more. 20% increased detection range always. You don't really need the additional quicker recharge rate or the reduced ability drain, but being able to detect from 20% further away is nice. And as for level 3, all of them are pretty decent. This one highlights them for 12 seconds. This one increases your focus speed. But I think all family see noise is just much better because information is king in this game. So that's the build. But as I mentioned, you also get access to free padlocks every single game. And in the upcoming game, you're going to be seeing me play on Family House, and I'm going to be showing you exactly where to put them every single game. It's a very consistent spot, and it works pretty much every single game. So until then, I will see you all in the next video. Ta-da! So we're starting in the family house and we're playing as Cook. So I'm going to give you the dirty route to just kind of start off where you can get your padlocks down. You can get a good amount of blood going really quickly. I'm going to have to wait through this. route I'm going can be pretty much follow. You're going to look for the blood bucket in the room that you spawn in. Then you're going to head downstairs, lock the front door, and go in a clockwise pattern. You're going to go into the bone room, then the dining room, then into the kitchen, gore room, and that way around. That makes sense. I'll show you. So, we check for the blood bucket here. It's not here. So we immediately just decide to go right now. We're not going to be waiting for anyone. We're just going to be going down and we're going to get our padlocks down. Lock the front door. Go into the bone room. Go our first bucket here. Go back. I'd say turn this on if you've got chime. Makes it hiding in that corner is a bit difficult. Check here or check at the freezer. There's normally one there. Over here, you can pick this one up. Got time. One person disconnected, but I'm still going to show you this room anyway. Then you can come into the gore room. There's normally one in this corner here. There isn't. Just out. Just low on buckets. There can be one outside. We're going to lock the back garden gate. We're not going to go outside, though, because there's one here. Almost to blood. We're going to grab this one, and then we're going to go into the den. There's normally one of the stairs here leading upstairs, so we're going to grab this. Have us at maximum blood. And if you're still after blood, you can go into the side garden. We're going to open this into the living room. We're going to go into the sitting room and padlock this door as our final door. That's all major exits padlocked, and it will force the victims to play into the family house a lot longer. And then at this point, we can go. So with that route, you should have enough blood to feed Grandpa straight away. Get family, you get the victim detection going. At this point, I would have a look around. See if you can spot anyone. No, there's one person there, but she's crouching. Bit difficult to focus on one. But we know roughly where they are. I think what they're going to try and do is they're going to try and get out in from back storage. Either from this one or...
They couldn't have gone much further.
Got one there. I believe they're in Leatherface's lair. They're looking about... Oh, there's a blood. Grab. If you're still looking for blood, there's normally one in Grandpa's room, but there is a bit of a blockade there that we can't stop. So, what I'm gonna do... Around here. That's Julie. She's going through false space.
I'm fixing to find the old, that's for sure. It's too foggy.
Still going about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk into the side garden. Check. There's no blood bucket here, which is unfortunate. It means we've spawned with a fairly low amount of blood buckets. It means we spawned in with not a whole lot of buckets. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a run into Grandpa's room. Grab the one in here. This one's normally a confirmed one that you can grab. Pretty much for free. Now we've got Blood Runner active, so we're wasting 15% less stamina. Which is always nice. You can always check to see if there's any more blood buckets that you're missing. Listen out. Normally they're stopped still, so they won't move as much. You can just go around. Rounds as you... Beat Grandpa whenever you get the chance. Look for them, see where they are. I think Bubba's going to feed them, so we don't have time to feed at the moment. Right now, we're just going about looking. Seeing if any of the exits have been breached. That one's been swinging. Yeah, so they're around there. I think I know whereabouts that is. That's in basement storage, or it's at least leading to the tunnels. It might be in the cold room. One of them's opening this. I want to... Right here. Press X to shift shoulder cameras, by the way. We're just gonna look to try and hit. Send her down. She's actually incapacitated, but I think she's stuck down there because I don't think they've
Here you
opened the
go,
gore room.
Grandpa.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna feed Grandpa. I'm actually gonna climb down after him. What you normally want to do is you don't want to normally enter the basement as the cook. And that's Connie dead. And that's everyone. Nope, there's still Anna left. But yeah, you can tell that she was stuck down here because if I go to check this door here, it'd say unlock and open. Yeah, so she was stuck down here. Wasn't really much for her to do. So we can go back up. We can feed Grandpa, get him to maximum, and make Anna's life really, really cool. But it's important as a victim to open up more than one doorway. You can open up every single basement. It makes your life escaping a lot easier. We're gonna feed Grandpa, get him to maximum. Of course, this game had VC in it, so wasn't the easiest, wasn't the hardest game ever. As you can see, there's Anna. She's still in the basement. We can chase her if need be, but I'm pretty certain Hitchhiker and Bubba are gonna go down. They're gonna go down and do the chasing for me, so I don't need to go down. But what I can do here is I can just grab more blood to activate Blood Runner or to activate Violent. There's also a blood bucket in here. Where one is.
Where are them kids? They get loose, I ain't sure what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty certain they're gonna go down and go deal with Anna. I can just stay here, collect blood, get Violent going. And assist if needed. You can tell where she's going off. She's not near any of the basement exits. I'm still going to be sat around here. I still want to sit around here and I just want to occasionally check where she's going in case I need to cut off an exit. As you can see, she's running around the basement. She's probably near the cold room more than near the north cell. I think she's being chased by Leatherface. Actually check up on her. She's running around in circles here. I think I might actually have to go down. He's heading towards the back here. He's not going necessarily anywhere important. Like near the basement. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down here and try and help.
Grandpa ain't gonna tolerate this mess much longer. You better straighten up your act and find these wolves.
So she's in a fucked position at the moment. She hasn't really got anywhere to go. Keep here just in case where she goes. That's a generator. Yeah, okay. See what I mean? All three of us came down and she was kind of screwed. So that's just your average game of Cook. You can tell that even when Connie managed to get out of the basement, she was still stuck there because the front door, the sitting room door, and the back porch door were all locked off. So it would have been more difficult for them to get out. Fortunately, they had a DC, so... But that's how this build normally works. You can get Grandpa to 5 really quickly, and at 5, as long as nobody stabbed him, he becomes a powerhouse. The victims have nowhere to run. It becomes super easy. And this build will only get stronger once you've got it to level 3, and everyone can see where you've highlighted them. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this quick little gameplay. I will be uploading more Texas Chainsaw Massacre content in the near future, so look forward to that. And as for now, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.